Let's see what I got on the workbench now. And good morning and hello, I'm back at the workbench. Now, I got this last exciting workbench episode. I got this post for standard indicators. I'll stare at junk, and I got a little Federal size 0 AGD indicator in there. And what I've got in here is a transmission countershaft off a motorcycle that had a catastrophic failure in the transmission. And you can move it, find the high spot where the needle goes over there, then rotate 1, 2, 3, at least 3 thousandths bent. And you can play around with this too and isolate the bend. But this is really going to be a handy little thing to have on the bench close here. I have a surface plate downstairs with more stuff. But anyway, so that's done. And I've got this project here. It's an alarm clock size Starrett 1-inch travel dial indicator number 656-F. And it's an oldie chrome-plated brass. This thing's heavy. And it's stuck. It's got a messed up crystal on there. And it is sitting and attached to a genuine Brown Sharpe doghouse base that still works. It still has magnetism. See, it's pretty good. Turn it down here. See? Yeah, these kind of go dead, but this one's still good. And it's got a box. I got a box up there for it and everything. And I picked this up cheap because it doesn't work. And I want to get that fixed up. It's pretty clunky, but I think it's pretty cool. Now, this is something I found at a mine site up in Montana. And it looks like 5/8 steel welded together, kind of a riser for something. I don't know, it's just in the dirt and the rocks. But I think it's stabilized out from the heat and the cold. And probably would make a pretty good bench block here or a riser on the milling machine. So I thought I'd stick this in the milling machine and square it up. And maybe do a couple things to it to make it useful. So I'll do that. And what else? I got a cup of coffee there. That's great. Oh, you can take and hold these Fordhams in a little vise like that. I got a little wrap of lead on there. And you can do micro grinding. I was just playing around with this 3/8 washer and cut some grooves in it, see? Yeah. You know, like cutting chip breaker grooves and stuff. And I use this old-time Athol hand vise. Starrett made these too, but this one was made by Athol. You can actually pull the head off and hook it to a brace and bit. It has that type of shank in there. And it's been in there a long time. It doesn't come out readily. Well, anyway, that's my bench ideas. And I think I'll square this block up. Okay. Now I got that lump of metal cleaned up with a wire brush, ran a hand grinder over it. Now I'm going to prepare it for the milling machine. And I will select a Nicholson Magic Cut file out of my index. and give it a brushing here. Okay. So I'm gonna go over the edges and give them a pretty good little bevel. And that'll save the life of the cutters that run over this. Not going across the mill scale or other bad stuff. You can maybe see how aggressive this file is. Yeah. We'll get this right here. Okay, now I'm going to run the file across the surface. I'm going to lay this on the mill table, but I'm likely to put a piece of paper down first, just a sheet of copy type heavy bond paper. But I can see the bigger lumps, which is kind of used as an anvil. Okay, that's good there. Get this. That's what I like about this vise. Look at this. I can put that handle in the middle. It's a fairly heavy piece. And position it. Grab it just like that. Oh, God. I think I'll fly cut the flat surface. Twist it like this. You can feel the lumps and burrs. This will help to square it up and not waste material, and be kinder to the machine too. Okay. Hang on, John. Okay, now things got easier. Okay, flip that one more time. This is a Nicholson Magic Cut file. this go. Okay, over to the mill. All right, I'm ready to do a little bit of milling on that weldment I've been working on, and I salvaged anyway. I think I'd make a good tool out of it. So I'll kick the power on here. Okay, get on over here. Yeah, this is a setup I got. I'm going to mill the edges here first, and I'll fly cut the surface. I haven't done a whole lot on this milling machine, so it's really kind of nice just going through some stuff on it. Yeah. Let me get this on this tripod. It's kind of tough. Here we go. And I think you can see just about everything from there. Okay. I'm going to put some wax on here. I can daub it on. And this machine has a heck of a gap in speeds, and it jumps from 260 RPM to 710. There's a 3/4 inch 2-flute end mill, and I'm going to run it at 710. Here we go. And it's going to smoke a little. Okay, here we go. Looking good. This one's a little out of square from the other. So I'm gonna jump it down another 30 thousandths anyway. Okay, I'm gonna dial it in. I got Tap Magic mixed with that wax, and it's working good. think. Now it's a 3/4 inch 2-foot end mill. Running at 710 RPM. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to flip this part around. Hey there. I'm aligning this piece, and it's easy to do. Now I've got this clamp here pretty snug, and I got another clamp here. I'm just starting to lock this down, and I'm going to see that indicator needle right there. Let me get this adjusted a little deeper. Just a little high here, or sticking that way, see? You knock it 1/1000. It's pivoting here, so. Yeah, that's close enough. Okay, I'll get another angle, we'll fly cut this face. Okay, take a fly cut facing cut on this bench block I'm doing here. So let's fire it up. About 25,000 steps here. Get her engaged. Looking pretty good. I think that'll clean it up right there. That carbide's working good. Almost done there. Just about done. Okay. Get a back over here and see what it looks like. I think that looks good enough. Okay. Okay, I'm going to kind of deeper than this. Bench squat. One way to kind of degroove. An old time drill press here with the sun shining on it. How about that? Gonna drill a hole in this V here to knock pins out. And we'll get that started. Just about like that. Okay. Hold on. Okay, I think that combination drill gave me a good start for this drill here. Let's kick it on here. Doing in the sunshine. Yeah, there we go. Nice. And that's how it's done in wall. Okay, my simple little project is done. My bench riser block. And I will use this a lot. And it's flat and square and nice. I can use it on the bench. I can clamp things to it. I can stick it on the drill press. I can use it in the milling machine as a step block or whatever. And then I added, let's see, get something in there, a V-groove here. So I can knock pins out and actually clamp something, clamp around down on it if I need to. Okay, so that project's done, and I'll move on to, well, an index plate I gotta make for the Herrig air spindle. So I think that's next. Okay, thanks for tuning in.